today. Oh, this is the best steak I've ever had in my life. Woo! I mean, you're on Ric Flair when you get a piece of this one. We're gonna do a reverse sear on a 2-inch thick ribeye. Check this out. This is a simple process, but you're gonna have to unlearn some of the things that you've always thought about when you're thinking about steak, because we're not gonna fire up any charcoal. We're not gonna use the grill. We're gonna do this whole thing in the kitchen. So check this out, how we did this. We are going to add olive oil coating first. We're gonna salt and pepper and add Montreal steak, and then we're gonna top it off with Worcestershire sauce. It's simple as that. And then from that point, what we do is we put it in the oven, bake it at a low temperature, about 260 to maybe 270 for about 40 to 45 minutes until the internal temperature is at about 115. At that point, we're gonna pull it out, throw it in the skillet on searing high heat, and we're just gonna sear all sides of this thing, let it rest for just a minute or two after that point, and it's ready to go. Here we go, watch this. So I've had this marinating for about an hour and a half or two. Basically, first of all, letting the salt and the spices soak in. The other thing I'm letting it do is kind of come up to room temperature so it doesn't have so far to cook in the middle to catch up. So what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna stick it on some parchment paper. Here I have some Amish roll butter. I'm just gonna put a little piece of that on top to cook into this as we go, like so. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this in the oven at 260 for 40 minutes. We're looking for an internal temperature of 115. So here we go. Okay, we've had these things in the oven for 40 minutes. So now we've got the skillet going full blast with a little bit of olive oil. We're just gonna sear each side. Nothing crazy, but it's gonna sound crazy for just a minute. So here we go. Okay, we've got this thing done. It is beautiful. This house smells great. We're about to dig into it. I'm just gonna garnish it with the least little bit of parsley. Okay. All right, let's take this in here and cut this thing up and see what we're working with. Okay, so we're all done. Have a look at this. So this is a 2-inch thick ribeye, and so you serve this a little bit differently. You don't just plop this down on a plate. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut it into slices, and we should have this thing just about right all the way through. Let's see what we got here. We're just gonna cut it into strips like this. So you see how you don't have it going from well done to medium well to a pink center. You've got it done just right all the way through, and man, is this thing ever tender. I mean, my knife is just falling through that. So as you get into the middle of this, you see that this is, I mean, just couldn't ask for it to be a whole lot better than that. As I learn to do this better, this is gonna be a better steak, but for right now, this thing will make your babies be born naked. Woo!